Okay, so this is Wednesday's question number 3. And we actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people missed this, which I think is almost everyone who is part of the class. So I really want to make sure that everyone takes a second to look at what the actual answer to this one was. So I'm going to share my whiteboard. And I will cut and paste the question in. All right. And this is, again, one of those questions where you really just have to think about whether you want your answer to be bigger or smaller than the original number, okay? Because we just had a problem about whether we were dividing or multiplying, I think. So Olivia is 48 inches tall. That's a terrible 8, sorry. And she's 2/3 as tall as her brother Cameron, okay? So the answer we're looking for is how tall is Cameron? That's T, okay? So the question is, are we going to be multiplying or dividing these two numbers if she is 2/3 as tall as Cameron? So 2/3 is less than 3/3, right? He's 3/3. That's how tall he is. He's all the way tall. She's only 2/3 of that, okay? So it's going to be a smaller number, okay? So if we multiply 48 by 2/3, we're going to get a pretty big number. And so we want to divide it. So we're dividing into it. You just have to think about which way you want to go. So 2/3 of 48, right? And so that would be a division question. And so we know that when we divide, you can just switch that and make it a multiplication, right? So it would be 48 over 1. And instead of being division, you can switch these that way, right? I always find it easier to do it this way personally. All right, then you can just kind of multiply across, right? So 3 times 48, I have to do it in my head, but I'm sure you guys can work it out on paper, would be 3 times 4 is 120, 8, 24, so it's 144, right? Over 2, 1 times 2. And then 2 goes into 144, 50, 60, 72. All right, so your answer would be 72, all right? And I think that you guys were getting that math part right, but you were just doing a multiplication here as opposed to a division. And if you're multiplying 2/3, usually you're getting a bigger number. You're multiplying that 48, and we don't want bigger than 48. We want smaller than 48, okay? Because she is smaller than Cameron. So it's just kind of thinking about what size our number, our end product is going to be. Okay, I hope that one helped.